welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Mr. G.S. Agarwal, CFO at Shriram Housing Finance, joining in. Welcome to the show, Mr. Agarwal, and a pleasure to have you on the show. Mr. Agarwal, my first question coming to you is, the RBI came out, increased rates. What's the kind of impact are you expecting, and what's your view of the same?
Yeah, so the impact will be quite severe in the long term, but in the short term, I don't think that the impact will be too much. Like in our case, around 10% of our borrowings are repo linked. So there, the increase of 40 bips will mean my overall cost of fund will go up by around 4%, 4 basis point. So, but yes, in long term, the banks will increase their MCLR. Like some of the banks have already declared a hike in MCLR yesterday only, and that ranges from 10 to 15 basis point. So the overall cost of fund will go up by around 10 to 15 basis point in this coming financial year. And if the RBI comes out with another hike, that would have an impact in the second half of the year.
Right. So by when, what's the kind of translation are we seeing in the medium term?
So the repo impact has been immediate. So already the repo, all the borrowings which are repo linked have already increased. So the cost of fund has already gone up by those borrowings. However, the banks are increasing the MCLR gradually, and that will come, the impact will come only when the repricing will be due. So all the loans are not immediately repriced. Some of the loans are after the 6 months or some after the 9 months. So the gap will be on an average will be around say 6 months for the financial year.
Right. And overall, if you see in terms of impact from a demand perspective, are you expecting anything?
No. So the housing finance market as such, or in that matter, finance market is quite robust right now, and there is a huge demand from the industry. So this increase of 40 basis point will not have too much of demand, too much of impact on the demand as per se. Because in case of home loans, if you see that a 15-year home loan for a 10 lakh of rupees, the impact will be somewhere around 2% on the overall EMI cost. So if my EMI today is 11,000 rupees, that will go up by around 250 rupees approximately. So I don't see that there will be dampening of demand as such immediately on this. Yeah, but long term, if RBI comes out with more hikes, then there might be some impact on the demand.
Right. Overall, if we see in terms of FY22 as well, a lot of milestones that the company has achieved in terms of crossing 5,000 crore AUM, PBT of 100 crores plus, and the kind of sanctions that we've got from NHB as well. So clearly, what has led to this kind of growth?
Yeah, so last year was a very good year for us, both in terms of growth as well as the portfolio quality. So our portfolio quality stacked up very well. The new book which we originated from last 3 years after the change of management is doing extremely well. So we have around only 0.28% of delinquency in the new book, which consists of almost 86% of our AUM. So that has given us the confidence to grow much faster. And current financial year also, we have a huge growth plans. We wish to take our AUM from 5,000 crore now to almost 8,000 to 8,500 crore in this financial year, by end of this financial year.
Okay. And overall, if you see in terms of the collection efficiency as well, that's increasing. You're almost more than 100% now. So do you think this could be maintained?
Yes, yes. So the way our portfolio is stacking up and the way we are doing our underwriting, we are very, very selective in terms of choosing our customers. And like almost more than 80% of my customers are having a CIBIL score of more than 700. So that gives us a confidence that our collection efficiency will be maintained. It will be closer to 100. It will not be 100 plus always, but it will be close to 98, 99% going forward also.
Right. And in terms of geographies, what's the kind of expansion plan that we're looking at?
So right now we are focusing in our core states, which are the 8 focus states. So 4 states of South, and in West, we are in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Delhi NCR. So we will continue to focus in these 4 states. We are also slowly expanding in MP, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. In Andhra Pradesh, we are having a very big expansion plan where we have manned all the 178 branches of Shriram City Union Finance, which is our parent company. So that's project we are calling it Grihapurti. That has been successful in APTG. So APTG, we are now the largest financier in terms of geographical presence. And that is going to pay off. That investment which we have made in the last financial year is going to pay off in this current financial year.
Right. And in terms of Griha Purti as well, we've crossed 50 crores already in terms of quarterly disbursals, right? What's the kind of target that we have this year in terms of Griha Purti disbursals, and what percentage of the disbursals will that actually contribute?
So this year we are planning almost 400 to 500 crore disbursal in Griha Purti project, and that will constitute around 10 to 12% of our overall disbursements.
Okay. And overall, if you see in terms of Griha Purti as well, clearly in terms of retail distribution and home loan contribution, retail, you told me, what's the home loan contribution looking like out of it?
So Griha Purti is almost 100% home loan. There are very few, 1 or 2% lab cases. Otherwise, it's 100% home loans, and it's completely direct. So there is no DSA or intermediary involved in this.
Okay. And in terms of where product mix goes, for the overall company, are we expecting a change on the product mix end?
No, so we are planning to maintain almost 60% in home loans. Around 30% will be in loan against properties, and around 5 to 7% will be my construction finance book.
Right, and this is what this is going to continue, right?
Going to continue.
Right, and in terms of the average ticket size as well, it continues to remain in that 15 to 16.5 lakh value.
Yeah, so our intention is to bring it down a little bit, and because of the Griha Purti expansion, the ticket size is much lower. It's around 13 lakhs in Griha Purti, whereas our overall otherwise ticket size is around 16 lakhs. So we expect that ticket size to stabilize between around 14 to 15 lakhs.
Okay. And clearly, if you see in terms of where overall cost of borrowing goes, I know you mentioned this earlier, but do you think, what's your average that you're looking at to maintain?
So our cost of borrowing for the entire year should be around closer to 8%. It should be lower than 8%. And with NHB funding coming in a big way, it will be even further come down.
Okay. And very lastly, if you see in terms of where reduction in NPAs and stage 3 assets is concerned, how is that looking like? Because we've seen a good downward trend now.
Yeah. So our stage 3 has already come down to around 1.11% without RBI circular. With RBI circular, it is around 1.7%. So that we see stabilizing somewhere around close to 1.25% during the year with RBI circular.
Okay. And clearly in terms of where overall milestones go, what are the next milestones we are looking to cross in the next 3 to 5 years now?
So next milestone, we are looking at 10,000 crore of AUM, which we expect to get into around in mid of FY24. This year, we should be crossing 8,000 crore. And that is the biggest milestone we are looking for right now. And in terms of profitability, this year, our profitability PAT should cross 150 crore. So these are the two immediate milestones we are looking at.
Absolutely. And they look like aggressive but achievable milestones, taking the track record now into consideration with the fabulous years and the growth and the effort that has been put in as well. But thank you so much, Mr. Agarwal. Congratulations once again and good luck for the coming quarters. Speak to you soon again and stay safe.
Thank you, Hiral.
Thank you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.